E pessoal, beleza? Bom, hoje tô aqui para mais um vídeo da série de Genshin Impact. Vamos continuar, né? Se você quiser ver essa série desde o início, eu vou deixar um card aqui em cima. E, se puder, se inscrever no canal e ativar o sininho, ajuda demais, beleza? Bom, primeiro vamos pegar aqui prêmio de missão diária e hoje vamos também... Opa, que isso, parceiro? Cheio de gente aqui, ô louco. Hoje vamos também seguir a missão da Yelan, né? Missão da Yelan, aposta calculada, a face que as pessoas conhecem. Investigue a forja do penhasco obscuro. As falhas no livro de planos de Zhiyi, né? Apontam para a forja do penhasco obscuro. E Yelan propõe uma investigação lá. Então vamos lá. Está aqui perto, né?
Let's look around for clues.
Procure por pistas.
Off we go.
Registro do local da
Weather's not
construção.
bad today.
Nenhuma ocorrência. Dia do pagamento. Aí tivemos ocorrência. 3 novos recrutas vieram hoje. Não esperava que ainda houvessem pessoas dispostas a vir numa época como essa. Um dos recrutas é muito habilidoso. Foi nomeado líder da equipe. Nenhuma ocorrência.
What's this? A diary?
From the back, it looks like a ledger, but it seems they also use it as a site log.
Tá.
We don't know who wrote it, but it's interesting, don't you think? These newcomers, who could have sent them?
You think they're suspicious?
Yes. Look, it says right there, one of them's already been promoted to team. At this rate, by the time the Qingshu Pool redevelopment plan is ready to roll, they'll be the technical backbone of the team.
É explorar a piscina mesmo, que é com ouro, que é
That'll
com
give them a
pedra
chance to take a lot
preciosa.
of
Na
liberties.
verdade?
They can copy any secret texts or steal any treasure they find underground.
Exatamente.
Imagine if we didn't suspect anything. By the time Zhiyi recommends the Blackcliff Forge for the excavation project, at most we would maybe do a fresh background check on the place. No red flags if all they did was change some key staff. And even if we decided to vet the staff individually, they'd have had more than enough time by then to come up with fake identities. That's the advantage of planning this far in advance. It was a clever move.
When you put it like that, it all makes sense. If we hadn't found this out, so who's really behind?
That's a question for the newcomers. But let's start with that work.
Vamos lá. Pergunte ao ombro de ferro sobre os principiantes na forja. Tá. Os 3 que entraram recentemente, né? E um já foi nomeado líder, né? E aí, meu parceiro? Como é que você tá?
Excuse us. We want to ask you about the newcomers.
You want them to teach you or something? I gotta say, these newcomers are in tip-top shape. Fast learners. My only complaint is that they're always going out drinking at night. But they never let up. I guess they just need some time to adjust. I'm sure we'll get to know each other over time.
They go out drinking. This area isn't exactly renowned for the nightlife.
You got that right. They tell me they go all the way back to Liyue Harbor to drink at Wanmin Restaurant.
Lá que eles fazem a fama do Zhiyi, né? A fama dele, os boatos começaram lá, então deve ser esses caras aqui. Fizeram o
It
boato.
rained after work today, so they actually stuck around at the site for a while. But as soon as the rain stopped, they went out. Hey, you're only young once, right? I say, if they can hack it, let them.
Interesting. Let's go talk somewhere else.
Tá bom. Leva você para um local tranquilo.
Looks like our hunch was on the Mora. These new drinking in Liyue Harbor, huh? Some cover story. Good thing it rained today. It means they'll leave footprints. I doubt they'd give themselves away that easily, but let's follow them and
Vamos lá seguir, meu parceiro, vamos lá. Siga as pegadas.
They went that way. Hurry, we gotta catch up.
Eu lembro daquela estátua ali. Teve a missão aqui perto.
These footprints are heading towards Liyue Harbor. Maybe we were wrong about them.
Mas é pra lá mesmo que eles vão. Se a gente já
Just as
sabia.
I thought. They didn't go to Liyue Harbor. They went that way.
Peraí, não foram pro Pôr de Liyue? Ah, eles viraram pra lá, ó. Pôr de Liyue é pra lá. Certo. Vamos ver pra onde for então. Mentiu pro cara lá então, né? A não ser que tenha uma taverna pra lá.
The footprints stop here. But, judging from the direction, I'm guessing their destination was that abandoned.
Vamos lá ver, ué. Investiga o acampamento abandonado. Um caroço fresco foi encontrado na pilha de folhas. Significa que alguém veio aqui há pouco tempo, mas é difícil achar mais pistas. Rastros estranhos. Parecem haver sinais de luta, mas não são óbvios. Parece ter sido tratado de forma profissional. Quem teria feito isso? Terra firme. Pode-se ver algumas listras no solo que foram marcadas pelo tapete de bambu. Parece que alguém dormiu aqui. No entanto, o tapete de bambu, que deveria estar colocado aqui, desapareceu. Tá. Chamas apagadas. A fogueira apagada parece ter acabado de queimar alguma coisa. Certo.
Looks like we were too late. This has
Exatamente.
gotta be where the newcomers rendezvous with whoever they're working for. But all the evidence has been destroyed. Look at these ashes. Someone was burning documents not long before we arrived.
Could there be anything left? Maybe the wind could have blown the fire out before
The odds of that are very slim. It's practically impossible. I've checked. All the paper's been burned. There's only ash.
Why don't we wait for them back at the Black Cliff Forge? They've gotta go back there sooner or later.
We can't count on that. Clearly they were based here at one point, but it's mysteriously up to me. That says that whoever's behind this has moved them somewhere else to throw our investigation off course.
Darn! Guess this is where our trail runs cold.
Make no mistake, the purpose of our trip wasn't to find any solid evidence. We just need to figure out who's behind I smelled something peculiar the moment I came in. Those newcomers probably thought they'd be safe as long as they burned the letters. But what they failed to consider is that paper and ink from different regions produce different odors when they're burned.
Ô louco.
Really? Paimon can't smell anything. Do you smell anything?
Parece ter uma fragrância bem suave.
There is a certain place with a freezing cold climate, where there's nothing but ice as far as the... Some wealthy people there put floral fragrance in their ink as a way of injecting a little romance into their writing. When that fragrant ink is burned, this is the exact odor that it leaves behind.
São os fatui.
Exactly. The evidence will soon be blown away by the wind, so it's nothing we can arrest anyone with.
Tá.
But it's all I need. Now I know who we're dealing with. I can
Lady Yelan! Oh, thank goodness I finally found you. I thought I'd never see you again.
O que foi, cara?
Don't be alarmed. This is Upei. He's Wenyuan and Shanghua's colleague.
Ah, ela falou dele.
I sent him to look into Zhiyi's regular contacts. Since Zhiyi likes fishing, Upei thought he might know some of the fishermen and sailors, so he took a boat out to sea to ask around. I left
Certo.
him a note at Yanshang Tea House telling him to look for me at Blackcliff Forge when he got back. If there'd been an ambush waiting for us there, it means we'd have had some backup. So, what did you find out at sea?
Forgive my incompetence. I'm afraid I've come up empty-handed.
Eh.
I asked all the fishermen multiple times, but none of them had any interactions with Zhiyi before. Then the waves got so choppy, I ended up falling overboard. Fortunately,
Pelo
someone
amor
managed
de
to...
cara.
When I got back, I heard that you'd gone to Blackcliff Forge and might need backup, so I went straight there as fast as I could.
Well, Uncle Tien said that Zhiyi once bought a recipe from one of the fishermen. Did you hear it?
What? That's news to me. No, that's not possible. It's absolutely not possible. Lady Yelan, I'm telling you, I spoke to...
Interesting. Then I wonder how that even more wonderful fish soup came about.
Fish soup? What fish?
Nothing. Our priority right now is to find a way to get our hands on some solid evidence. Well, any suggestions?
Mandar alguém para ficar de tocaia, esperar eles entrarem em contato para pegá-los em flagrante. Mano. Eu farei os dois, tá? Vamos aqui, vai.
Not a bad idea. Upe, what do you think?
Honestly, I've already tried following Zhiyi, but the guy's too cautious. Never meets with anyone suspicious.
Okay, so tailing's out.
No, we'll still need to tail him. But first, we need to do some...
Groundwork?
When you've worked in intelligence for a long time, you'll understand that no one can stay on high alert forever. Especially when he thinks he's about to win. Tomorrow morning, I'll announce his victory at Yuehai Pavilion. Take a guess what you think he'll do next. Be sure to arrive on time. You won't want to miss the show.
O que ela vai arrumar? O que ela vai arrumar? Espere até amanhã do dia seguinte. Quero ver como ela chegou na conclusão. Ou quero ver como ela vai apresentar os fatos. Ó, mudou tudo aqui, ó. Tudo decorado.
It looks like we're all here. Well then, time for me to announce the results of the assessment. I won't drone on about the importance of the Tianshu role. Suffice to say that Uncle Tien entrusted me with the monumentally important task of assessing the candidates. And now, it falls to me.
Vamos ver.
All of us here know the score. Don't beat around the bush. Just get on with it.
Qianwei has many pioneering ideas, but some of his plans are lacking in detail.
Verdade.
Mingbo is reliable, but not quite ambitious enough. And because of his personality, he struggles to win people
Verdade
over.
também.
In contrast, Zhiyi is evenly balanced across the board and enjoys an excellent reputation after much consideration. I have decided to recommend Zhiyi to the Liyue Qixing.
Bom, vamos ver qual que é o plano dela.
What?
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you. Honestly, I'm a little surprised to hear my name being announced. In my estimation, all three of us are worthy candidates for the Tianshu position. As your competitor, I've become... Would either of you entertain the possibility of working with me in the future? And taking on some of my workload?
Já saquei. Esses aí são os 3 trabalhadores que foram lá para aquele local que a gente acabou de sair lá. Até que a gente conversou com o cara, tiveram 3 novos. São esses 3. Eles estão com o plano, rapaz. Os 3 estão juntos.
I'll have to see. I'm in a bad mood. This is the last thing I want to be thinking about right now.
São eles, hein?
I don't mind, as long as I can help.
Os 3, olha só.
Okay, well, that's all from me. Zhiyi, you'll have some preparation to do. It won't be long before you're informed of your official appointment.
I will live up to the Tianshu name. On this, you have my word. I should go. I need to pack my things, and then I think a celebratory meal is in order.
Count me out. I'm not in the mood.
Zhiyi seems pretty relaxed now. This would be a good time to follow him.
Hey, traveler, tell me something. What exactly does that guy have that I don't? If you can't answer that, I'm not accepting this result.
I, also wouldn't mind.
Oh no, if we get stuck here, we won't be able to leave.
Follow him.
Yes, ma'am.
É os três, velho. Os três.
We finally got rid of them.
Quer ver? Enfim, na minha cabeça, os três, tá ligado? Foram os que entraram lá naquele local lá pra trabalhar. E os três que vinham pra cá pra beber. Entre aspas, né? Porque não vinham pra isso, né?
Lady Yelan, Zhiyi has gone towards Feiyun Slope.
Follow him, quickly.
So Zhiyi really sided with the Fatui? But Uncle Tian thinks so highly of him. Why would he do this?
Bom, eu acho que os três estão juntos.
But everything should become a lot clearer when we find him.
Mas, vamos seguir, vamos ver, né?
Adventure time.
Pelas informações que eu tenho até agora, pra mim eles estão juntos desde o início. Qualquer um que ganhasse ali ia dar bom para os três. Mas não sei, né? Eu posso estar errado. É aqui. Vamos ver.
I'm sorry, Lady Yelan. We lost him.
Pelo amor, vocês também. Pelo amor.
He's too good at this. We weren't able to keep following him without being...
How the heck did he manage to shake Yelan's subordinates?
Né?
I guess Zhiyi didn't let his guard down. Still his
No, Upe says he's much more relaxed than usual. Maybe it's just how he's wired. Perceptive enough to sense when he's being watched.
But how?
Don't blame yourselves. Let's not forget he was trained by Uncle Tian himself. Evading detection. If I'd asked you to tail Uncle Tian, you'd have ended up at a dead end too. It's fine. So, where did you lose?
Shinyue kiosk. He only went in briefly. Upe and I were watching outside the whole time. A few moments later, a man dressed in a completely different outfit came out. Upe had a feeling that it was him, but we couldn't get close enough to check without... I figured that if we spooked him, it would undo what we've accomplished today so far. Another option would have been to arrest him there and then, but without any evidence... So I stopped Upe, and I stayed here to wait for you while that meathead went to ask around in Shinyue kiosk.
Good work. The fish didn't take the bait, but that's okay. As long as he's still swimming around, we'll find a way to catch him eventually. The key is... Let's go to Shinyue kiosk.
Vamos lá, então. Será que eu estava errado? Vamos ver. Pode ser.
Could you explain to me how that works? A guy like him comes in, changes his whole outfit right under your nose, and you don't even ask him?
Our customers are free to dress however they please. What grounds would I...
Okay, fair enough, but didn't you think it was just a...
Well, maybe I did, but it still doesn't give me the right to stop him.
Enough.
Yeah.
Let's tone this down a little. I'll make this quick. Just one question. What did he...
Oh, he didn't buy anything. He just picked up a bottle of liquor that he ordered ages ago.
A bottle of liquor?
Yes, a very strong kind. Fiery, with a rich flavor. This gentleman ordered it in person from us a long time ago. He was only here today to pick it...
Liquor and wineware.
Where to?
Shigu Antiques.
Então tá, vamos lá. Mulher sabe de tudo, então. O louco, estamos só seguindo, tá ligado? Estamos só seguindo ela. E aí?
Hey, Miss Linlong. Sorry to bother you. Zhiyi ordered a wineware set. We're friends of his. He's been telling us how impressed he is with the quality, considering how
Sure. Which model are you looking?
We don't really know a whole lot about wineware. Let's just go with Zhiyi.
Zhiyi picked up his set not long ago. As a quality imitation of an antique wineware set, it has the look and feel of a... Just so you're aware, we don't have many of this model left in stock. And now that Mr. Zhiyi has taken one, I'm afraid it may encourage...
Don't worry, price shouldn't be an issue. I'm sure we can work something out. But I'm just a little hazy on one thing.
For this set, the wine glasses are sold separately. Minimum purchase is 1 glass, maximum is 4. Mr.
Okay. Thanks, Lin Long. Seems there's a little more to buying wineware than I first...
Well, don't take too long. We could sell out any day now.
Comprou duas.
This is turning into a real headache.
I'd just like to point out that we have the self-professed Grand Master of Fieldwork here to thank for being wholly incapable of tailing an ordinary civilian without...
It's not like you did any better.
My specialty is information trading, okay? I don't have the physical agility.
Yelan, so has the plan failed? Oh, if we can't figure out where Zhiyi went, there's not much we can do. But why was he buying liquor?
If so, it's no ordinary celebration.
What do you mean?
First of all, Zhiyi isn't much of a drinker. On some level, he hates alcohol because of what it did to his... If he was just looking to celebrate by himself, he wouldn't spend his meager savings on an expensive bottle of alcohol. No, this is a victory feast, held in honor of Zhiyi's private sponsor. Whoever this person is clearly enjoys hard liquor and has a very high status. Hence the need for Now, where might we find Fatui who match that description, I wonder?
Fatui officials. Should be either the Snezhnayan Embassy or the Northland...
Have both locations surrounded. Take as many...
Lady Yelan, is it time for us to make our move?
Get with the program, would you? This is a covert surveillance operation. Zhiyi may be vigilant, but that doesn't mean in which case, we don't need to change tactics. Just change who we're following.
Great idea! So we just need to find out who Zhiyi bought.
But Lady Yelan, if we get caught, this could become a major
I'm well aware, but don't you see? Zhiyi is gambling everything on this. If we really want to catch him, stick to your orders, and make sure we're covering all other bases too. Anywhere else Zhiyi might be going. I want...
Yes, ma'am.
Don't worry, Lady Yelan. Zhiyi may be a slippery character, but we'll keep a close watch.
I'll be waiting for you at the tea house. If I'm guessing correctly, Fatui officials are likely to take action at night. You should go and get ready.
Bom, vá para a casa de chá depois das 8. Tá. Bom, vamos ver se o aliado dele tá lá, né? Não, tem que ser mais que 30 minutos. Pronto. Se a gente encontrar o aliado dele lá, a gente vai saber para que ele trabalha. Encontre-se com Yelan na casa de chá. E aí, mulher? E aí?
Perfect timing. Wenyuan just sent word that the Fatui ambassador, Yusupov, just left the embassy alone. He's heading in the direction of Qingshu Pool.
Aí, ó.
Qingshu Pool? That's the place Zhiyi mentioned.
Mesmo lugar da piscina lá, mesmo lugar.
Looks like that's where they've arranged to meet. Sensible choice, I'll give them that. Qingshu Pool is always crawling with monsters. Most people wouldn't dream of going there. It's one place they won't need to worry about being seen.
Oh no, we gotta go get them.
Let's go. If my hunch is correct, we just might hit the...
Vamos pegar todo mundo. Como é que é o ditado mesmo? Não é na mosca, não. Tem um ditado pra isso? Com a mão na massa. Vamos pegar todo mundo com a mão na massa. Olha. Bora. Eu explorei essa piscina, eu lembro. Mas foi há pouco tempo até, né? Antes de ir no despenhadeiro. A gente explorou ali um pouco. Ficou um episódio ali explorando. Olha lá, ó. Eu lembro desse lugar. Bora. A gente explorou, depois subiu e foi lá no despenhadeiro.
This is Qingshu Pool, full of ruins, crawling with monsters. Anyone with any sense steers well clear of this place.
Eu vim explorar aqui antes, filha.
I've looked into the place before. There's a workers' entrance somewhere around here. Follow me.
É. Pelo chão? O jogo tá marcando aqui. Enfim.
There's been some work done on this place in the past, but it's a bit of a labyrinth inside. I can't guarantee we'll be safe once we're underground. The
Ô, louco.
workers left an emergency access route. If we can find it, this will be a much still. Be ready to fight at any moment. Any resistance needs to be taken out quickly and
Deixa comigo.
Worry, we're all professionals here.
É.
By the way, Yelan, where are your 3 little helpers at?
they have other things to take care of first. We couldn't afford to wait for them.
Lutar é com nós mesmo, filho. Entre nas ruínas. Ruínas subterrâneas da piscina de Qingshu. Ruínas subterrâneas que existem há muito tempo. A escavação foi suspensa devido às grandes rochas que bloquearam o caminho. Dizem que os tesouros raríssimos estão debaixo delas. E deixa a Paimon ver isso aí, né? Bora. Bom, o cara vai estar aqui dentro com todos seus comparsas e seus aliados. A gente vai saber quem é que tá do lado dele e tudo mais. Olha só, aí sim. Bora. Tentar andar um pouco rápido, porque o vídeo já tá com 30 minutos. Eu não sei como é que vai funcionar aqui, né? Não sei qual é o tamanho deste lugar. Boom. Cadê Yelan? A gente usou ela há pouco tempo.
As I expected, but this shouldn't be too much trouble.
Vamos ver, tem puzzle aqui? Que é esse cara aí?
You guys see that? That's gotta be the Fatui ambassador here to meet Zhiyi. Looks like that must be the emergency access route, right? Come on.
Vamos lá. Tem... Isso aqui é puzzle, não é ou não?
Take it easy. This is the construction workers' emergency access route, but it's closed tight. Trying to break through would be risky. Let's see if we can find another way.
Outro caminho. Opa! Ele não é o puzzle, não? E esse fogo aqui? Tá. Do nada um fogo no céu. E aí galera, vou chamar o Guba pro 6, hein? O Guba é Otto 6 de boa, hein? Vou chamar. Vou chamar ele pra vocês. Olha ele aí, ó. Olha lá, Osvaldo. Mas pera aí. Eu não tenho que achar o outro fogo. Ah, tá ali. Então beleza. Pega aqui. E vambora. Pronto. Eita. Parou a água. Tá. Vamos lá explorar. Então a água parou. Não desceu mais. No que não desceu, a que estava ali embaixo secou. 3 luzes. O jogo tá marcando pra lá, ó. Bom, vamos pra lá então. Ver o que tem aqui primeiro. Vamos ver. Ah, tem mais aqui. Cadê o foguinho? Foguinho. Foguinho. E aí, pessoalzinho, como é que vocês estão? Apertei errado. Cadê o Solidify? E eu ativei o negócio com... Olha só. Então veio aqui, é isso. O primeiro fogo tá aqui. Aí traz pra cá. Bom, não sei se é isso não, mas enfim. O outro tá ali, ó. Tá. Então eu posso mover essa. Essa. E aí, galerinha, tudo bom? Stabilize. Boom. Opa, esqueci dela aqui também. Rolou. Evaporou já. Tá, o foguinho vai estar aqui então. Tá. O foguinho tá ali, mas pera aí, o que tem aqui? Tá. De boa então. Bora. Abrir ele e ver se tinha alguma coisa. Mas não. Pera aqui, bicho. Tá aí. Agora a água aqui vai descer. Encheu ali, opa. Tá, os 3 amarelos eu vou ter que posicionar lá nas luzes amarelas. Deu pra entender já?
The waters flowed into the groove and now the statues have lit up. Okay, now we should be able to move the statues.
Bom, você vai pra lá. Eu preciso de uma aqui e outra ali. Acho que é bem de boa, né? Você fica lá no canto. Você vai pra lá. Pra lá. Pra lá. Pra lá. Pra cá. Você vai pra frente. Pera aí. O daqui. Só lançar pra lá. Não, meu parceiro. Aí. Vai pra lá, ó. Pronto. Nas 3 luzes.
The door is open. Let's go.
Foi bem de boa, vamos lá. Ali tá fechado mesmo. Opa. E aí?
We should be nearly at the bottom now. Let's wrap this up.
Bora. Solé.
Midnight Phantasmagoria.
Finalmente Solé Define.
Everybody stand back.
Chama a lenda, cadê? Buba. E bora, filho. Agora é sua hora.
Game's up. Time's over.
Olha. É muito dano que ela causa. Sai fora. Pra onde tem que ir? Pra lá?
Easy.
Ô louco, olha que os caras foram. Nossa, os caras estão escondidos mesmo. Olha aí lá, olha lá. Olha ele lá, olha.
I can tell from the aroma that this is very fine liquor. Come on, bottoms up. After.
Ele não bebe? Um sorrisinho.
Sorry.
You'll get there. If you want to stay friends with us, you have to
Eu
drink
acabei
with us.
errando, né? Eu achei que os 3 novos eram ele e os outros 2 concorrentes dele, mas pelo jeito.
I'll do my...
You're more of a lightweight than I thought. Already struggling after... I thought you were made of sterner stuff. You certainly kept it together when you were poisoning your teacher's soup.
Então, o velhinho lá, ele tá mal, não é por causa da idade, não. É por causa do veneno que esse cara colocou na comida dele. Enfim. É.
Come on, another round. Less talking, more drinking.
Sure. You didn't leave me much of a choice, though, did you? Just the mention of poisoning sends shivers down my spine. I'm more timid than you realize. Every time I poisoned him, I had to hide away at home for a few days because I was so scared of getting caught.
Olha só.
Look, I know it has not been easy for you, my friend. But, I have to say, you really are quite a genius at poison. I mean, the poison we brought from Snezhnaya is as strong as this wine, but you found a way to turn it into an imperceptible, slow-acting poison, and came up with the idea of delivering it through fish soup.
Enfim, olha que covarde.
What was it you said? Oh, yeah. You said the soup's fishy flavor neutralizes the pungency of the poison, and this process even makes the soup tastier as a result.
It struck me one day when I was fishing. I'm lucky it did. Otherwise, I'm not sure I would have been able to fool him.
You have performed excellently. The Fatui will continue to provide the support you need to consolidate your position as Tianshu. Of course, this is as long as you continue to do as well. Aside from Qingshu Pool, we also have some other requests for you, which we will...
Don't worry. Whatever tasks you have for me, I will perform them diligently.
Bom, resolvido o caso aí,
Did you
né?
hear that? It was poison. That's why Uncle Tien
Exatamente.
What a nasty guy.
Hold on. Did you bring a camera? If not, you can use mine. This is quite a scene.
Tá bom. Você tirou uma foto. Boa. Temos provas agora.
Seen no progress on the diplomatic front, and everyone has been eyeing up the trade. But soon, everything will be taken care of, and I can report back on a success. I remember when I first saw you. I knew right away that you would make a good partner for us. Hey.
How could I forget? You said a lowly commoner like me could never be seen as a serious candidate for the Tianshu. No matter how hard I work, the only way is for you to shine bright in the Tianshu's darkest moment. I think
Yes. Under normal circumstances, the gap between you and other people could only ever grow wider over... Just look at your two competitors. Chen Wei had wealth. Ming Boa had reputation. And that's why I decided to help you. You know, there's an old saying in the Fatui. Give a starving dog a bone.
Ô, louco, falou de... chamou ele de cão faminto.
yes. I cannot thank you enough for
You know, the best thing about you is that you do as you're told without complaint. Heck, when you're not in the company of the Fatui, you'll be able to throw your weight around.
Uncle Gao said that Zhiyi has low self-esteem. Seems he was right. He was worried that whatever advantage he might have now will diminish over time. So the Fatui persuaded him that he... Do you have any more film in the camera?
Tenho de sobra.
Get ready to use it. Tonight's grand finale should be coming up any minute now. How well this goes for us depends on how Zhiyi plays his hand.
Ooh, is there any more alcohol? Go on. Fill me up. I'm in a good mood today, and I'm gonna drink.
There's only a little left. Here, I'll fill your glass. If you like it, I can bring you some more next time.
Será que ele envenenou esse aí também? Que o cara tá tomando?
Oh, this is the good stuff. Huh? Zhiyi, you poisoned.
You seem surprised, Mr.
You.
How could I not? I've sacrificed years of my life studying and reflecting to prepare myself for this position. And in the end, I even had to poison... You really think I'd put myself through all that just to become your little puppet? I don't want to bow down to anyone.
Ô, louco.
You imbecile. It's the Fatui who got you to where you are. Do you understand? If I disappear with no explanation...
Do you see the haystack in the corner? Underneath it is a pile of explosives. And next door in the dark room are the 3 undercover agents you sent to infiltrate the Black Cliff Forge.
Há 3 agentes disfarçados que você enviou a foto. Então, esses são os 3 agentes. Tá.
I'm gonna stay here till I see you slip into unconsciousness. Then I'm gonna set this on fire. Once the flames burn through the hay, they'll ignite the explosives. What? I took the liberty of leaving some evidence of your contact with the undercover agents at the Black Cliff Forge. It won't take long for people to join the dots. 2 missing person cases will become... The Fatui planted undercover agents in the Black Cliff Forge to steal their signature ruin-grade explosives. Their plan was to blow through the solid floor tiles in the dead of night and seize the... But things didn't quite go to plan. Mistakes were made that, faced with the overwhelming evidence, the embassy won't investigate this any further. In fact, they'll be only too happy to blame it all on a rogue operation by you. It explains why you acted alone, while exonerating the rest of the embassy of any liability. Of course, none of that will have anything to do with me. When all of this comes to my attention, I'm afraid I'll have no choice but to cancel the Qingshu Pool redevelopment plan immediately. I guess then, I'll be Tianshu in my own right, with a clean record and well out of the
Zhiyi, do you really think you're gonna get away with this? The Fatui has a record of it. After I die, they'll come looking.
A record? Oh, you must mean the one in the hands of your second-in-command, Theo.
What? How?
Because when you contacted me, I also made contact with your associates. I have Theophan to thank for providing me with the poison I used. He'll help me tie up all the loose ends. After all, he has been eyeing your position for a long time now.
Ô, louco, o cara foi traído de todos os lados.
Relax. It's over. After tonight, everyone gets what they want. And anyone else in the know is either my accomplice or about to be taken out of sweet dreams, Mr.
Ó. Não vai dar não, tá bom? É, cara, você foi descoberto. Siga Yelan.
I did a little surveying on the way here and found that you'd left yourself 3 escape routes in case things went south. I have them all surrounded. If you're thinking of trying anything, save yourself the effort.
O louco, parece até aquela cena de Todo Mundo Deu Chris. Enfim.
We were here the whole time and have pictures of everything. They came out pretty nicely. Want to see them?
É, cara, você se ferrou, meu parceiro, se ferrou.
The game's up? Forgive me, I'm not quite sure what you're
Cara,
referring to, Miss
nós
Yelan.
ouvimos tudo, meu parceiro. Não
I happened to
adianta.
discover a Fatui operation here, so I approached them on the pretext of joining forces and eventually brought them down from within. If it pleases you, Miss Yelan, I'd be only too happy to have you join me in investigating this matter.
Mas e o veneno que você deu pro seu próprio mentor? Mentor que fala?
This is how you want to play it, huh? Fine. You do you. All we need to do to convict you is establish that the poison in his...
Exatamente.
Nothing else you wanted to add? Let's leave...
One wrong move and it all comes crashing down. You followed him here, didn't you? I was so focused on keeping myself out of sight, I forgot. Let's talk about this, Yelan. I gave you my word that I would live up to the Tianshu.
Your point being?
When I take office, I can guarantee that I will act in your best interests. In fact, all of you here tonight can expect very generous treatment in the future.
Suborno, meu parceiro? Que isso? Apelou mesmo?
I don't deny that I used underhanded methods to get here. But given my lowly origins, what other
You still don't get it, do you? Even... What do you think?
É, sempre confiou em você.
Exactly. Zhiyi, clever people can always come up with a good excuse. But while you might be able to get other people to believe you, you'll never be able to There's nothing wrong with wanting to win other people's respect, but when has Uncle Tian ever looked down on you? He was like a teacher and a father to you, but you chose to repay that by poisoning him. Whatever positive goal you may have started out...
That's enough.
Of course. What makes this even crueler is that you managed to convince yourself there was no other way. Uncle Tian was always going to give you this opportunity. Out of everyone in the world, he is the one who trusts you the most. So much that he drank your fish soup with...
That's enough!
Life is like fishing. It cannot be rushed. Whatever you do, impatience will accomplish nothing. I was just like you once, desperate to prove myself. Only later did I realize things do not always turn out the way you plan. But you have to keep calm to carry on. You're still young. Be patient, believe in yourself, and don't look outside yourself to prove your value. Where's Zhiyi these days? It's been a long time since he last paid me a visit.
Maybe he's just busy.
Well, next time, if he doesn't bring a pot of piping hot fish soup, don't let him in.
Whatever you were thinking about, you'll have plenty of time to mull it over in prison. Oh, I almost forgot. If the Fatui find out what happened today, prison might not turn out to be the safest place for you. Trying to have friends on both sides, it has a way of turning everyone against you. But right now, I have an opportunity for you.
Huh?
Sorry, things are about to get extremely busy for me. Let's meet at Yenshang Tea House tomorrow
O que
morning.
ela vai fazer?
I'll have someone remove the explosives. Then, there's someone I have to go and see.
Need our help with that?
No, it could be dangerous. You should leave this one to the professionals.
Tome
Don't worry.
cuidado.
As long as they're willing to cooperate, this'll get some rest. See you tomorrow.
O que ela vai arrumar? Parece que ela tem algum plano. Enfim. Eu só prenderia o cara e pronto, né? Vamos ver. 8 da manhã do dia seguinte. Será que dá tempo? Eu tô com um bom tempo de vídeo, né, mano? Licença, 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 licença. Ô, louco. Que bom. Mais um? Lendário Baizu. Não tá morto ainda não, galera. A cobra ainda não acabou com a vida dele não aí. Fala dele.
Dr. Baiju, is my father going to...
You needn't worry too much. Keep taking the prescribed medicine every day.
Ô, louco.
It's good we caught it in time. A few days later and the toxin would have built up in the internal...
How did they successfully secure such a seldom seen poison? It seems the Fatui, unfortunately for them, they were up against...
Uncle Tia will be
Exatamente.
heading off now. Remember to get plenty of rest and...
Falou, parceiro.
Thank you very much.
O gato. Miau. E aí, Baizu? E a cobra, como é que tá?
You're here too? Thank you for all you've done to resolve this situation. I'll have to make
Você está melhor?
Yes. The exhaustion seems to have gone.
Luckily, it looks like choosing the Tianshu's successor is suddenly not such a pressing
É,
issue.
cara, você vai ficar bem.
Hey, Yelan!
My work is mostly wrapped up, so I thought I'd take a minute to check in here. The assessment process comes to an end here, Uncle Tian. In my opinion, Zhiyi is not suitable for the position. But
Os
Chen Wei
dois,
and Ningbo both have
os
potential.
dois meio que tem, que são opostos, né? Tipo, ele precisa das características dele e ele precisa das características dele. Ou seja, esse aqui ser mais humilde, né? E esse aqui ser mais agressivo para falar. Enfim.
You have my gratitude.
Bota os dois, né? Não pode ter dois nesse cargo, não?
People can change their loyalties easily. I've...
Is it just Paimon, or is Uncle Tian...
Don't underestimate Uncle Tian. He wouldn't have appointed me as assessment
Faz
officer.
sentido.
Normally, the Yuehai Pavilion would be responsible for assessing the candidates. Isn't...
Yes, to be quite honest, I wanted to trust him unwritten. When I
Fez bem,
first
cara.
met Zhiyi, I wondered if he had approached me with a hidden agenda. I concluded that he had no ulterior motives. In the end, even he changed.
E se nada disso tivesse acontecido?
I never had any plans to recommend him directly, but I always intended to give him the chance to compete on a level playing field. I had no reputation to speak of when I first became Tianshu. I relied on Ganyu's assistance for all manner of things.
I have to admit, he's a smart guy. The intel suggests that the Fatui saw him as very low risk. But Zhiyi was still extremely careful with the poison. He chose that specific liquor from Xinyue Kiosk because the fiery flavor would mask the bitterness of the poison. And he chose to wait until the Fatui... He also installed a secret compartment in the wine pot he bought to hold the poison. As the amount of liquor went down, he'd shake the pot to release the poison from the compartment into the liquor.
Ô, louco.
Afterwards, we also found he had an antidote on him. Had the Fatui official grown suspicious, Zhiyi would have drunk the poisoned wine himself, and then found an opportunity to take the antidote shortly afterwards.
Faz sentido, hein? Ele pensou em tudo mesmo, esse cara aqui.
But that's still really dangerous.
Yes, had he drunk the poisonous wine, he still would have faced serious health consequences despite taking the antidote. He didn't hesitate.
How is Zhiyi?
Well, I mean, he is sitting in a jail cell. Like Yanfei says, still,
É isso aí.
he's cooperating. He didn't turn down my offer to strike a deal. I'll make sure there are plenty of guards around to keep him safe from anything the Fatui might be planning.
A deal? Does this have to do with what you said to him when you arrested him?
Vamos ver o que ela tratou com
Zhiyi's
ele.
not the one I'm interested in. If he was as far as this went, I'd have handed the case off to my subordinates as soon as I realized. But once the Fatui became involved, things got a whole lot more interesting.
Well, did you?
Almost. Unfortunately, it slipped out.
Enfim,
Uncle Tien? Yelan? What are you talking about? Paimon does...
Zhiyi colluded with the Fatui to try and secure the position of Tianshu. Or, to put it the other way around,
exatamente.
with Yusupov in our hands and a statement from Zhiyi, we could afford to continue with. Also, we'd be able to gain control of Theophan, Yusupov's second in command. Then we'd have a pawn in the ranks of the Fatui. Pawns like this can be major assets. They open up all sorts of new options.
Então esse era o plano.
Why else did you think I was investing so much time and effort into this case?
So, okay, well...
We got halfway. The first part went off without a hitch, and we passed all the information on to Lady Ning. But when we tried to make contact with Theophan, he was gone, along with all the evidence.
Eu acho que ele caiu fedendo, hein?
The Fatui must be spying on us. Otherwise...
I found out from other sources that the Harbinger, Regrator, got involved. The Fatui's main
O
forces aren't
Magnata.
concentrated here. Regrator was only treating this as a peripheral concern. It's a pity that Theophan got away. But knowing which Harbingers are still looking at Liyue is something. It gives me a
I have to ask, Yelan. Do you have any desire? I remember you showed some interest a few days ago at Yenshang.
Oh, that. I prefer my current life. There's danger and there's although it'd still be a behind-the-scenes role. As Tianshu, I wouldn't have the chance to get involved in anything truly clandestine or face any real danger. All right, I'm done here. Time for me to go.
Where are you off to this time?
As you might have guessed, it's for me to know. But I'm sure if you keep going as you are, getting yourselves involved in other people's business all the time, you're sure to get caught up in another misadventure.
Foi ela que pediu nossa ajuda.
Maybe I'll see you the next time
Intrometido.
danger beckons. Until then, keep your wits about you. A lot of people are watching you for a lot of reasons.
Eu tô ligado.
If you have any more questions, just ask Uncle Tien. After the recent turn...
Tá aí. Finalizamos. Eu já estou aqui há 1 hora. Peraí, deixa eu falar com
What would
ele.
you like to know?
Olha só. Sobre o Magnata.
Regrator is the ninth of the Fatui
Olha aí, ó.
Harbingers, though likely the first among them
O
were
mais
well
rico dos
concerned.
mensageiros dos Fato e Magnata. Primeira vez que eu escuto sobre esse cara.
However, his wealth is not a mere question of how much more he has to his name. He has a... Beyond that, I don't have a lot of information.
Valeu, cara. Não perguntar mais nada não, que o vídeo já tá longo também. Bom, descobrimos um novo mensageiro dos Fato e aí, do nada, né? Então, concluímos a missão dela, foi bem maneiro. Não foi a melhor missão lendária do jogo até hoje, mas foi ok, né? Foi ok. Não tem aqui missão pronta para desbloqueio, né? Então no próximo vídeo, o que eu devo fazer? A gente deve pegar isso aqui, sabe? Se der para pegar isso, desbloquear, vou desbloquear. E aí eu vejo o que a gente faz, porque tem a missão de Arconte, né? Para fazer. Então a gente deve fazer, então, se der tempo. Também tem outra coisa para fazer, que é vir aqui, né? Tem um tempo que eu não venho aqui. Eu acho que meu segundo time já tá num nível ok para jogar isso aqui de novo. Mas vamos ver, tá bom? Então vou ver. É isso. Espero que vocês tenham gostado. Se puder, deixar o like. Muito obrigado. E até o próximo vídeo.